Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bunnysays. And we're back for another episode of the Testament of Sherlock Holmes. Now, when last we left off, the unfortunate, I believe he was a bishop, seemed to have been tortured for an item. I still don't know why. We managed to get into the veranda here, and apparently there was a letter, and it mentioned an illegitimate daughter, so I'm assuming that has something to do with it. Unfortunately, Watson went off with the reverend that was here and returned alone. And I believe we're done with this area, so excuse me. There seems to have been some belt buckle that the bishop used to flagellate himself with. Let's look at the we can't look at the body anymore, huh? Okay. Something was burning in the fire. The poor bishop was broken up. He was tortured, and his fingers and feet seemed to be broken pretty severely. So, let's talk to Watson and see what's going on here.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let us return to Baker Street as quickly as possible.
Okay, we're returning to Baker Street. So, oh really? We could just fast travel there. Okay. We're back at the eponymous 221B Baker Street.
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabby out of my own pocket.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's house.
Really? Okay. Alright, I'm assuming we're using our little lab here. Oh, really? Okay, that's more than one space. Alright, let's start here, since there seem to be. Analyze the clues. Okay, we have what seems to be a scalpel, a piece of rope, a stone, and apparently the bishop's finger. So let's, alright, as morbid as this is, let's look at, wow, God, that looks so realistic. Now, how do I do this? Instructions, thank you. Okay, that didn't help. Analyze the clues. Oh, okay, I have pincers, scalpel, brush that I can use. I could use water and acid. They did not give me a tutorial on this, so let's tell you what, let's use the pincers on the finger for a minute here.
Fragments of skin. A phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off. It was ripped off.
Oh God, that's disgusting. Really? Okay, let's see if we could use the brush and maybe get some...
I can't do that.
Okay, I guess not. How about the scalpel?
Tooth marks. Rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors. And a canine.
Oh my God, really? So, a dog bit his finger and ripped it off. Wow, wow. That's some vicious torture going on there. Let's try the acid, maybe?
I can't do that.
Okay, thank you. I didn't really want to see that. Let's use the water. There might be some...
I can't do that.
Okay. I'm guessing that's all the clues we get from the finger. Okay,
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay, let's do that. I didn't know how else to... How do we get the... Oh, just... Okay, I guess I just dragged something else on top of it.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Really? What else is there to... Strange.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay, so what do I do?
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay,
Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine.
Oh, so I can
see something.
Really? Where's my... I use my... Okay. Oh, so you do have to...
I can see something.
Finger.
Fragments of skin. A phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off. It was ripped off.
Okay.
Fragments of skin. Tooth marks, rather deep. I can see something.
Alright, so what do I...
I can't do that.
Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay, let's... He said he could see something, so let's...
I can't do that.
Okay, I can use the brush, apparently. The scalpel?
Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting.
Okay, it's sort of hard to figure out where I'm clicking because there's no click mark. I don't know if it's like the point of the scalpel or the middle, or they're further in the middle, like
fragments of skin, a phalanx,
okay,
tooth marks.
Okay, let's look at the... Okay, now let's use the brush on the...
I can't do that.
Okay, let's use the acid on the earth here.
I can't do that.
Okay, guess not. Let's use the water.
I can't do that.
Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay. Let's use the scalpel.
I can't do that.
Okay, let's use the pincers.
Bite marks on this
Really?
severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery.
Really? So...
I can't do that.
Okay, that's... So we have some piece of earth. So... They waved his finger at him and then he bit it off? Alright, the bishop bit it off or somebody else did? Okay, let's take a look at
I
the
have
rope.
cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough.
Okay, we have some weird things on here.
This rope is only worn on one side.
What would that mean?
I need something.
Okay.
I need something.
Let's use the brush for a moment.
I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Okay, I thought maybe you could brush something off the rope, but... Okay, it's so difficult to use these instruments. Let's use the scalpel, see what we can...
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Okay, I guess not. The pincers seem to be very good.
A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged
Yeah,
into
that's
this
what I was
rope.
looking at.
Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to examine them. Black and damp earth. This rope is only worn on one side.
In black and damp earth. Let's
I can't do that.
let's use the scalpel for this.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Okay, the pincers.
I must compare the samples of earth that I found. I must
Can I do
compare
that?
the samples of earth that I found. And if I mixed this earth with another substance,
The acid.
I can't do that.
Okay, the water, I imagine.
Now it must all be stirred.
Okay, we stir it with the brush.
I can't do that.
Stir it with the pincers.
The
There we go.
samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest
Okay.
mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would therefore conclude your last theory to be nearer the mark.
A trench?
A pit.
Trench. A pit. So the ropes came from a pit. All right, let's
This
look at the
fragment
stone.
of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products.
Okay, let's use the acid on it.
This stone appears to be...
What
I
was
can't
that?
do that.
No, I didn't hear that. What
I
was-
can see something.
Really? Okay, let's use the pincers.
I can't do that.
How come you could always do it before with the pincers? Let's use the brush.
This stone is granite, covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place.
Really? So strange. So the... Okay, let's... Alright, I won't...
There is something
Try to
written
make
on
guesses
this
here.
scalpel.
Oh,
I
really?
should clean it.
Wait, I want to look
I can
at
see
it
something.
first.
I can see something.
WH. Let's use some water on it. No, let's use the acid on it. Okay.
I can't do that.
Which... WCH. Let's...
I can't do that.
No.
Ah, I can make
There we go.
out WCCH. What do the initials stand for?
How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals.
Studying the scalpel has given you an idea, then?
Indeed.
I'll get it.
Well, we could narrow it down to at least any hospital that has white WCCH. Obviously, is Whitechapel, something like clinic, Christian hospital, or something like that. Okay, where is his? Okay, where is his book? Must be on a shelf, I imagine. And what's this? No, I want to look at this. What
And
is
this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
Okay. That was actually sort of funny. I assume the book is in one of those books on the shelf there, but I want to look over here first. Okay, guess not. I like the fact that I can control both Watson and Holmes. What is the sword up there? What do I do here? Okay, no. Let's no. Okay, thank you. I wanted to... There we
The
go.
harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. A horrible murder.
Oh, no kidding. Okay. Oh, excellent. Alright, let's start with this middle book here.
Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good.
Oh.
Put it on the work table, will you?
Oh, I want to see the other books first.
General practitioner. That won't be of any use to me.
Okay, let's look at the other one.
Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else.
Watson. Okay, well, he is a doctor, so let's put it on his table. Oh, well, what's that? We can look
Holmes's Homemade Analyzer.
That's the one I imagine he supposedly was using to figure out blood.
I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
Oh, okay. Sorry, the work table. Is this the work table? Where's the work table? Here it is. Okay, what do we have here? This is interesting. Oh, what is all this? Okay. An unknown message. What a lack of imagination. Use your passion for chess. The last square on which knight will place himself after having covered all the others with the right one. I love you. Oh, that was from the puzzle. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. The Reverend's hidden letters. My love, what a beautiful spring, what a marvelous day, our dear youngest child's birthday. Every moment is so precious as our child blossoms, and without a doubt, he will soon be talking, so it is a boy. I'm sure that his first words will be for you. He misses you so much, as do I. Are you sure you could not get away on Sunday after Vespers? I thought that. 14 September, my darling, I know that you think I am insistent, but you absolutely cannot, must legitimize our union. We cannot live in sin all our lives. Oh, okay, I remember this. What is a so-called scandal next to the well-being of your family? Alright, I remember that. This is the... Oh, really? This is a new... Well, this is a new paper. The Daily Report. The Marquess's fake necklace. At the moment of writing these lines, the famous Samoan necklace belonging to the Marquess of Cunningham has still not been recovered. Our editorial staff remain reserved as to the role that the famous detective Sherlock Holmes has played in the affair. For this is not the first time that Mr. Holmes has compromised himself during the course of one of his so-called investigations. What? When recalling the second Stain case, I remember this, the affair is indeed strangely similar to the Marquess of Cunningham's necklace for misfortune. Indeed, Mr. Trelawney Hope, Secretary of State for European Affairs, had a document of extreme value in his safe box. I do remember the story, which had been stolen but a few days earlier. Who, if not Sherlock Holmes, could have replaced the document in Mr. Hope's safe? What was the point of the trick? It was evident that Sherlock Holmes knew the identity of the person blackmailing the gentleman's wife, Lady Hilda Trelawney Hope, guilty of a love affair with another man. The sinister blackmailer, a certain Lucas, had a letter that revealed Lady Trelawney Hope's double life. He wanted the Secretary of State's wife to give him the precious document belonging to her husband in exchange for the love letter. She obeyed him. But then Lucas was found murdered, and Mr. Holmes managed to find the compromising letter without any difficulty on the crime scene, after it had been meticulously searched by the police. Does that not strike you as strange? Mr. Holmes knew where the hiding place was without any doubt. As to the motive for the murder, no need to ask who might profit from the crime. Eradicate a cumbersome accomplice, and thus appear as a hero in the eyes of the authorities. Evidently, the transcript of the affair, undertaken by Mr. Holmes' friend Dr. Watson, gives another explanation entirely, but is he truly objective? We may allow ourselves a little doubt on that score. Byline, O. Farley. The same guy.
Read the paper, Holmes.
It's really irritating. This guy, well, where am I placing this? On the workbench.
I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
Is this the work table? Or where is the work table? Well, this is the dining table. The chess table. Okay. Okay. Where is the work table? I guess here.
And this is how my dear friend...
No, that's... Okay, that's not it. Is it... Is the work table in another room? Oh, okay. There is another... Oh, this is the... A bit... Oh, my God, really? This is... Sherlock Holmes' bedroom. Let's take a look at stuff. I didn't even...
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
I'm gonna have to read that one again. Oh, this is wonderful. I get to walk through and see all the different... Oh. The pictures and the like. Oh, this is violin. His little snuff box. His various hats and disguises and... Oh, that's wonderful. I really like this. I never imagined, frankly, I never imagined what Sherlock Holmes's bedroom looked like. I never thought of it. They're always in the drawing room. So you never, always in the sitting room, the drawing room here, and together. You never really see what their various bedrooms are like. Or you never think of it too much. At least I haven't. This is Dr. Watson's room. Apparently some nice art. A book? What is this book? I can't see it too well. The Strand. Oh, okay. The Strand magazine. Of course.
Here is where I write my stories about Holmes's cases. And I've got work to do.
Certainly has. Oh, what was that? Okay, I don't know what that was. Any other wash basin and... Okay, I don't know where the work table is, the workbench. Don't tell me it's out here.
There's no point in going there.
Yeah. Okay, so where do I... Oh, okay, maybe it's in my inventory. I use the... Oh, there it is. Oh. I use the inventory and put the book down. There we go.
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove useful. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself. I haven't finished my analysis.
Oh, okay, we're back to Sherlock Holmes. Let's go back to his analysis then.
I need something.
Since he hasn't finished it. Oh, here we go. Make the right deductions based on the facts you have. Okay, the rope is worn on one side, so... The rope was manufactured with the one side. Sounds silly. The rope was always used from the same side. The rope was near water and is rotted. I'll assume it was always used on the same side. Now the damp earth brought in by the Bishop of Knightsbridge killers The soil is from a pit. The soil is from a well. Soil is from a riverbank. Well, we know it's not from the riverbank or a well. We believe it's from a pit. Now, bringing those two clues together, the rope was always used on the same side. The soil is from a pit. So the rope was used for tying up boats. The rope was used in a well. Or the rope is used to lower something into a pit. That sounds... Is it supposed to turn green again, or... The fragment of granite painted black. The fragment comes from a monument painted black. The fragment is from a painted rock. This fragment comes from a granite wall painted black. Let's try that. Oh, really? Okay, let's see what we have here. That means the earth and the fragment of granite come from a building. The earth and stone are from a pit near a monument. The earth and fragment of granite come from a cave. Well, you wouldn't paint a cave, would you? But you might paint a monument, a pit near a monument. Let's try that. Oh, wow, God, this... Wow, this is getting really complicated now. Okay. If the rope is used to lower something into a pit and the earth and the stone are from a pit near a monument, then the earth, the rope, and a fragment of granite come from a grave. Oh. The earth, the rope, and the fragment of granite come from a building undergoing repairs. Oh, that might be... The earth, the rope, and the fragment of granite come from a tombstone factory. I think it's coming from something undergoing repairs. I would imagine that's why it's colored, right? I mean... Oh God, wow, we have another clue here? Okay. The Whitechapel Clinic is near a tombstone factory. The Whitechapel Clinic is near a construction site. The Whitechapel Clinic is near a grave. I'll assume it's near a construction site. Okay, so does that mean... Alright, dispensable 4660 near a memorial at Whitechapel, and the Whitechapel Cemetery, near a tombstone in factory in Whitechapel, and the Whitechapel warehouses near the Whitechapel's granite quarry, near a large repairs site in Whitechapel.
I am missing some information.
Really? Okay, how about the granite quarry?
I am missing some information. 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 I am missing some information.
Okay, so he's saying that for all of them. So, okay, let's go back to this. Oh wow, this is a lot more difficult than I imagined it would be. The rope was always used from the same side. Now, I'm assuming that. Now, okay, the damp earth brought in by the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers, we assumed it was from a pit. Not from a well, not from a riverbank. Because, Watson said it was from a trench, right? So from a pit. Let's assume those two are correct. The fragment of granite painted black. This fragment of granite... Okay, the fragment comes from a monument painted black. It's from a painted rock. It's from a granite wall painted black. Now... I really would like some more information on the rock. Let's assume it's from a painted rock. Okay, now let's go back to this here. The rope and the soil. The soil is from a pit. The rope is always used on the same side. Okay, so that means the rope is used for tying up boats, or the rope is used in a well, or the rope is used to lower something into a pit. let's assume that. And that makes it seem like more like the earth and the rope and the fragment of granite come from a grave. It seems more like from a tombstone. I might think it's a tombstone factory. Well, let me see. From a grave? Let's say from a tombstone factory. Wait, let me see. This soil is from a pit, so... And the fragment is from a painted rock, so... The earth and the fragment of granite come from a building, rather than a stone from a pit near a monument. Let's say it's from a pit near a monument. So that means if the rope is used to lower something into a pit, and the pit is near a monument, then let's keep it from a tombstone factory. So the Whitechapel Clinic is near a tombstone factory. No? Okay, near a memorial at Whitechapel Cemetery, tombstone factory in Whitechapel.
I am missing some information.
No. Okay. Is the rope not used on the same side or most? I'm assuming it was not used near water. I'm assuming it was used on the same side, so the rope. So the rope was used to lower something into a pit. I guess it was, yeah, okay. Let's keep that. The soil is from a pit, because we assumed it wasn't from a riverbank or a well. A pit. No, is it going to change or? No, I'm assuming it's from a pit. I really need to note the fragment of granite painted black. Fragment comes from a granite wall painted black. Fragments from a painted rock. Okay, let's assume it comes from a granite wall painted black. So the earth and fragment come from a building, come from a monument near a pit near a monument, come from a cave. A kind of cave. I'm assuming this comes from a monument. A pit near a monument. So grave, something undergoing repairs, or a tombstone. Let's go for a building undergoing repairs. Now let's say a grave. So Whitechapel Clinic is near a grave. Let's assume that. And the Whitechapel Cemetery.
I am missing some information.
Oh. Okay, let's say... You know what? I want to do one thing.
I haven't finished my analysis.
I know. I just want to look at the... Nope, what do I do for... No.
I haven't finished my analysis.
I want to look at the... Oh, here we go. I want to see what he said about the... Oh, what's this? Safecracker. You would make a highly efficient criminal. Thank you. Elementary. It seems you share my love of all that is bizarre. You recovered the Samoan necklace. Well done. Oh, what's this one? The Holmesian. I was sure that I might rely on you. We found all the items from my past adventures. Really? Okay. I wanted to hear what, yeah, I wanted to hear the bite marks on the side of about the rock. Okay. I'm certain that The soil has retained just the moisture even though there hasn't been rain. Okay. So it could come from the bank of a river or somewhere near the evaporation. Oh, so the soil could come from a bank of the river. Or a river. Oh, okay. No. Oh, yeah. Okay. No. The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule it out. Their nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I'd rule that out also. So the mines. Okay, so mines, no. And the riverbank, no. I would therefore conclude your last area to be near the mark. A trench, a pit. Okay, Watson, bringing your register. Studying the scalp was a good idea. Here is the section showing Whitechapel amid several notations. All we need to do is find a hospital or public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used. Okay, that's okay. And I wanted to look at the that's it. That's the where a pit has been used. Okay.
I haven't finished my analysis.
Okay, that's fine. I want to look at the...
I need something.
Oh, okay. Alright, that's not... Let's look at the analysis. Again, now, we're certain it's near the soil is from a pit. We know that. It's not from the well, not from a riverbank. This fragment comes from a granite wall painted black. Now, we don't know if it's from a granite wall or from a monument. We do know it's from a painted rock. Okay, let's assume these are correct. Okay, the rope was used on one side. Well, let's assume that it's not used near water, it's rotted. I assume it's not manufactured with a one side. Let's assume it was used on the same side. The soil is from a pit, we know that. Okay, so those two together make... The rope is not... We know the well is out. And... Rope is used... let's see, it's not tying up boats because he said it was not. So it was a long time in getting wet. So let's say it's... Throw something into a pit. The earth and the stone are from a... Okay, the earth and the fragment of granite come from a building, a pit near a monument. Let's say a pit near a monument. Because you said it was near a pit, so... Come from a grave, come from a building undergoing repairs. The rope and fragment come from a granite come from a tombstone factory. Say it comes from a grave. No, it comes from a building undergoing repairs. Let's say it's from a construction site. I'm almost positive.
I am missing some information.
Okay, it's not from the granite.
I am missing some information.
Okay, not the cemetery, not the memorial. Well,
I am missing some information.
You know, a large repair site in
I am missing some information. I am missing some information.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to have to think about this some more. And I'm going to cut this file short here. And frankly, I have to use the restroom, so...
I haven't finished my analysis.
Let's get out here, and I'm going to end the game right here for now, and we'll be back for another episode. So I'm still trying to figure this out, so let me go through. I'll go back through some more But thank you for joining me. This is Bunnysays, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. So, goodbye for now.